Going live. You are now live. You are now live. You are now live. I'm back in the room. Wednesday, 5:30. It's Q&A time from #Arena Studio Crew. How are you, folks? It's great to be here. I know it's all sort of doom and gloomy out there at the moment with the threats of lockdowns and all the implications that go with it, but I'm sure we're all going to be all right and we'll come through this, won't we? I think I might be live on the wrong page there, so I'll just take that one down and make sure I'm on the right page. See, this is what happens when you've got a million devices on the go. I need to change accounts on there. Oh, dear me. Bear with. It does get better, trust me. We need to go on to that, and then onto that, and then onto that. And I knew it was on the wrong channel because all the Northwich Fix fans suddenly started going like that, which tells me I was wrong. So anyway, yes, doom and gloom in the world at the moment, but we don't care because we're all going to carry on making music and doing all those bits and bobs and keeping everybody sane and happy throughout this musical journey of fruition. So yes, live on Facebook, Instagram, and there's looking at the ceiling there. I think there we go. Try that. That's better. Back in the room on that one. I'll get this right one day. Have you noticed every time I do one of these things, there's something not working right? Today, we're looking at 3 tips to improve your vocal range. One of the most important things I get asked as a vocal coach working in the studio is, Chris, they normally go like, Chris, how do I improve my vocal range, Chrissy? And there's several ways of doing it. You can look at possibly 3 quick, easy exercises, which I'm going to show you very soon. But you've also got the long journey of what you're trying to look at is, as a singer, you're trying. I know singers who are better singers at 30 than they were at 20, and it's literally down to the fact that they've stuck with it. Again, you hear me banging on about this thing, sticking with it, seeing it through to the end. But it's like any form of exercise. You know, if you do your vocal exercises consistently, you will make progress. But we all tend to do them for a few days and then we dip out, and then a few weeks later we come back again and we wonder why we don't make this sort of progress. So 3 easy vocal exercises to get your voice and your range in a better shape. The classic, one of the first ones is obviously brace yourself for this, lip bubbles. Okay, that's a lip bubble. So what you're looking at with the lip bubble is to run up and down a scale. Now, the beauty of lip bubbles is that you cannot put any tension in your throat with a lip bubble, which is why it's a great exercise. And then you gradually try and increase things with a piano. You can get a piano app on you just called me Chrissy. I'm not going to tell you what you call me. So you can buy, here she goes again, putting me off. You can buy or get and download an app. You can even turn your laptop into a keyboard with piano sounds by pushing certain, just get the software and get it on there. So you don't need a proper keyboard to even work on scalar exercises. All you've got to do is just find a nice low key where it feels comfortable and start to gradually build the range that way. But I do think that lip bubbles are a great way of doing it, but there's better still. The second one that I favor, and I was once told these, but these exercises are the exercises I used when I was singing for my living. And it was great that over the years you discover that if you're Beyonce or whoever, you've got that luxury of being told that you're on stage at 9 p.m. and at 8 p.m. your vocal coach comes in and you start working on all your vocal technique and warming this voice up and doing all these breathing exercises, which take probably 45 minutes. Then you burst on stage in front of 20,000 people and you smash it. Well, we haven't got that luxury as singers most of the time when you're in a pub or a club or a venue where you just literally get that knock on the door. You just get that knock on the door and they say, Chris, you're on in 10 minutes. And you think, oh! And so you've got to get your gear together, your suit and all that type of stuff, get glammed up, ready to go on stage, which means your voice gets neglected. You've probably done possibly a little bit of a sound check before you actually go on stage, maybe an hour, 2 hours before. So this voice isn't really worked, and you're going on with a cold voice, which is not what we want. So I discovered and was helped on the way early on in my little singing career from times gone by, that the lip bubbles is great. It really is a good exercise because it keeps you tension free. The other one is if you hum. Okay? Because humming, again, is an exercise where you cannot put any tension on your vocal cords and your throat. So that's what you're doing. You're setting the foundations there in your voice to be able to sing without tension. So the first thing I would look at would be 2 of the exercises of the lip bubbles, and where you're doing your hum and your lip bubbles, and work on those for a little bit and just see how the voice responds to that. You'll find that you'll reach a point like where you can't go anymore. Whereas normally what you would do in full voice, if you were opening up, you would go into falsetto to get that extra range. Well, this is going to sort of restrict that a little bit, which is not a bad thing at first. You'd be going across your break points, which we'll talk about with this third and final exercise in a moment. So I would look at doing that on a nice, comfortable place, just a 5-note scale, running up and down. You don't need to run all the way because it makes your legs ache. Ha ha. There should be a comedian, really. So I would look at those, do the hums, do the lip bubbles, but the one that made a massive impact on my vocal range, when I was gigging, there was a song by R. Kelly, I Believe I Can Fry. I Believe I Can Fry. Good song, R. Kelly. There was a song by, we'll rewind that bit. There was a song by R. Kelly called I Believe I Can Fly. And I wanted to do it in a big key up there because it was the end song in my set and it was a bit of a showstopper, in my opinion. So I lacked that range at first to nail those notes. So I actually dropped the song down a full tone, gigged it, rehearsed it, did it that way, and then went out and did it. A few months later, I actually discovered this next exercise and then I applied that. And within probably 2 months, I was singing it in the original key, powered it out, and I'd still got more fuel left in the tank to get up there. So it probably put, dare I say, 2 full tones on the upper range of my voice, which then took the pressure off the other parts of my voice because I'd basically gone from, say, this to this, which meant anything that was there wasn't as difficult as when it was down there, if that makes sense. It's really difficult for me to explain these things sometimes. Hope it makes a bit of sense. So the final one, which is a game changer from all, and it's where you sing the vowels R, E, or U. And this is literally, again, going to take you a minute and a half to do these. And it's a vocal siren. And a siren is where you basically take your lowest note and then you actually go all the way up using the vowel sound to the highest part in your note, and then just push a little bit if you can. So I'll give you an example. If we did R, now the beauty of Corona, it's not really. The beauty of a siren is that you'll hear all the scratchiness in my voice because I haven't sang for a while. So it's going to break. You're going to hear the break point as we do it. You're going to hear all the little idiosyncrasies and horrible parts in my voice. Okay, so the siren, lowest note to highest, will go like this. Ah, because it sounds like a siren. So that's the R sound. Then you would do air, same thing again. You'd go air. Hear the scratch? That's lack of use. E, or R, E, O, and U. There's the ones that you should do. So that, if you get right up, when you're pushing on that top register, when you get right in that falsetto, you go past your break. It doesn't sound pleasant on the ears at all. But what you're trying to do is get that voice. It's literally the equivalent of an all-over workout where if you went to the gym and you sing a song, if you put this in a scenario of your voice at the gym would actually be something like this. This is your song that you're singing. The movement in your vocal cords relates to this. Say, when you do a siren, it's every part of it's like an all over body workout for your vocal cords. So this is why it's such a great thing, because the first song or 2 or 3 songs that you're going to sing in your set or trying to improve your voice and not going to extend your range. You're going to sing them in a comfortable key because your voice won't do it. It's not good to go yet. Whereas if you do sirens, you've suddenly given your voice this whole new workout that's from lowest to high, all over body workout for your voice. It's brilliant. So again, if you sing the vowels R, E, O, and U, doing the sirens, you'll find that will make a massive impact on the voice. The other ones, which work great for tonality as well, are the lip bubbles and the hum. Remembering that with those, you can't put tension. Now, when you do a siren and you go right up, you'll feel that things will tighten up as you get right at the top in that falsetto voice. You're going from chest to head voice, your falsetto, and you go right across that break point. Here's my break point. When I go down like this, it goes, ah, bump, goes from one voice to the other. It's not a pretty sound, but we don't worry too much about pretty sounds when you're doing exercises. You're worrying about trying to shrink those breaks. And the sirens are a great exercise for shrinking those break points in your voice as well, which means that you suddenly perform and people go, whoa, this guy's got a great range in his voice. On the door and kill me at times, I do. And get the suit on, and I would be doing doing the sirens. You know, don't just literally rip up and down them. Take your time, go up. So it's a gradual movement right up to your top note. Try and push a little bit more and then back down. Same with air, lowest note right up to the top note, push a little bit more and back down. E, O, and U. Those are the ones that you want to be doing because the sirens will have a massive impact on your vocal range. Okay, now that's it because I've got loads of things to do and my head's a bit mashed today, if I'm being truthful. I've had a rapper in, vocalist rapper called Raw Egg. Oh yes, Raw Egg, and he's done a cool track, but we've stacked up a lot of vocals today and my brain is like this at the moment. So I'm a bit fried and I feel like I need alcohol. Is that something I'm allowed to say on Tinterweb? I need alcohol? Maybe not. I'll have a cup of tea in a minute. I'm going to make a brew before my next one comes in at 6 o'clock. So it's always a pleasure. You know how it all works now. #Arena Studio Crew. Please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're watching on YouTube. It's great to see people on there. Same on the Instagram page. Instagrammers, where's the camera on that? There it is, yeah. We've got 1 or 2 on there. We've got some psycho called Country Cottage Days, who's probably got about 300 followers on Instagram now, and she's desperate for some more. So please give her a like on her page, and then she'll stop stalking me on a Wednesday. Country Cottage Days, fantastic. You're always here. Getting a bit starving. Actually, it's my wife, that really, but I'll have a brew later on when I come home, darling. Please, thank you. And all you Facebookers, it's great to see you guys as well. Give the Facebook page a like, the Instagram page a like, and the YouTube page a like. I'm going to go now, make a cup of tea, and carry on with the Raw Eggs. I nearly said his name then. Top secret. With his track. And we've got 1 or 2 things to sort out. So have a look for an app for a piano if you haven't got one at home, keyboard. I'm sure there's something out there with all these smartphones where you can play a C major scale or anything and use it as a starting point. Humming, lip bubbles, brr, that's a lip bubble. Brr, imagine you driving a car as a kid. Hum, tension free, and your sirens nice and slow and controlled all the way up. Okay, so that's it for this week. Send me your questions by email to info@arenastudio.co.uk, or you can PM me. I love saying that. PM me on me socials, and I'll do my very best to answer any of these questions to do with music, theory, production, guitar, vocals, and any other little bits of knowledge. If I've got the answers to, I shall tell you, and if I haven't, I'll hold my hands up and say, I'm not the guy for this. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week at 5:30 for another live Q&A in Arena Studio Land. Thanking you. Goodbye, over and out. There we go. End video and finish.